Hi guys, Drew here. This is my second installment of the 2018 Pagan Challenge, and B is for Blue Moon. So there's actually two ways to figure out when the blue moon occurs. There's a system based off of the astronomical season. Okay, basically there's 4 seasons in a year, and there are 12 months in a year, therefore there are 3 months in each season. And in a typical season, there's only going to be 3 full moons. But in this system, when there are 4 full moons in a season, the 3rd full moon in that season is designated as the blue moon. Now, I have personally never known a witch who uses this system. I myself and all the other witches I know use the much simpler system of saying that the blue moon is the 2nd full moon in any solar month. This year we have 2 blue moons. The first one, of course, is in January, coming up on the 31st. The blue moon, or what I call second moon, basically amplifies the energies of the first full moon. I have a Facebook page for our business, for Creations from the Hollow. And on that page, every month I highlight the moon, what energies it brings, the color correspondences, herb correspondences, and also the astrological sign that it falls under and what influence that brings. So I thought I'd carry that over into this video since I'm going to be talking about blue moons. So in January, we have what I refer to as the wolf moon. I don't follow any particular tradition. I name my moons according to the name that I'm drawn to for them. So it's all mishmashed however I want it. I call the January moon the wolf moon. And the wolf moon energy is inner work, meditation, preparation, focus, protection, building strength and confidence. It's also good for working with any matters pertaining to the family or romantic love, things of that nature. The second moon in January will have all of that energy and be amplified, but then it also falls into Leo. And Leo brings an energy that draws us into ourselves and out of the big picture. And so it's a great time for inner work based on both it being in Leo and that's one of the main themes of the wolf moon anyway. Okay, so March 31st, we're having another second moon. I refer to the March moon as the hare moon. And the hare moon is good for working outdoors, gardening, anything like that, blessings, cleansing, personal growth, new beginnings, and creativity and fresh perspective. This moon falls under the astrological sign of Leo. And that brings an energy of cooperation, compromise, social activities, partnership, relationships, balance. The real reason I really wanted to talk about this is because there will be no moon in February. There'll be no full moon. Of course, we still go through the waning and the waxing, but the waxing doesn't build to anything in that month. Nothing happens. And my birthday is at the end of February, and so what I refer to as the quickening moon is my favorite, and I always look forward to it. It's the one that I feel most connected to. I was so bummed out, seriously bummed out, that there was going to be no moon. And as I was preparing for this video, I already knew this was happening, and I was already, I was bummed out, but it occurred to me, how often does this happen? How many times in one's lifetime is there going to be a month of no moon? How can I use that? So the quickening moon is a time for rebirth and clearing out clutter and inner work, letting go of any anger, resentment, old behaviors, ideas, attitudes that no longer serve. It's basically a time of purification. It's also a good time to work with the inner child. But with this in mind, I really started thinking about what this no moon meant to me. And honestly, it felt like a new moon, dark moon kind of feel. Like there's no moon. It's a dark month. And it's a month that's good for letting go, releasing, clearing. So I have some residual stuff left from relationships in my life that have ended over the past 7 years or so. There's been a few relationships that have ended. A couple have been from death, and a couple have just been, for one reason or another, the relationship ended. And so I really thought, there's certain aspects of this, while I've worked on it all this time, there's still little pieces that need to be dealt with. And what better time could there be than the month with no moon? So I'm really going to concentrate over the month of February on releasing and letting go of any resentment or sadness, grief, what have you, that I have left for these relationships. And some of them I'm sure will be quite easier than others, but to just let it go. Let go of the attachments, whatever they may be, so that I'm no longer tied to those relationships that are no longer a part of my life. This brings me to another topic. Kate Stefano did a video recently. I think it was her last one. She may have done one since then, but it was all about how she's going to use the energy of the full moons in this coming year. And while she didn't label it a releasing exercise, that's the gist that I got out of what she was saying. And I thought that what she was talking about was really interesting, and it was a novel way of doing things. And I really thought it was a good idea. So I'm going to put a link in the description to her video. And if you're interested, you should definitely check it out because she's pretty awesome. So if any of you have any plans for the month of no moon, I would love to hear about them and hear your take on the situation. And until next time, much love and gratitude.